So during the race to the Stones, did you and Kev have any massive kind of moments of doubt? And if you did, was it at separate times so that one could pull the other one through, or how did it kind of work? Did that happen?
I think whenever we race, it's fairly similar. My hopelessness comes in the middle because I think there's so far still to go. And for me, that happened at pit stop 6. We were leaving pit stop 6 with 15.5K to the next pit stop, 27K to the end. It was at 73K. And I just walked out of the pit stop and sort of repeating to myself, 15.5K, that's 9 miles. You know, hopefully that will take 2 hours, maybe an hour 45. And then just tears started rolling down my face. I just couldn't stop them. Like, and I was just like falling down my face. And Kev's like, it's okay. We'll walk for a little bit. We'll have some food. And then as we're walking, we're still getting closer. So we walked for a mile, sort of composed myself. I was like, okay, just need to run for, you know, another mile, run to the next hill and get through it. So that was really my moment of, I can't believe there's still 27K to go, because that's what, 16 miles. And it just felt like such a long way still to go. Whereas Kev gets towards the end and he's like, oh, I'm not sure I can do it anymore. And I'm like, no, we're nearly done now. Like, just got to keep going.
No, that's it's interesting, because whenever you ask a question like that, or you speak to anyone out there in the running world, that really differs, right? There's loads of different ways people deal with it. But you know, you kind of mentioned there about the motto was one foot in front of the other, but then you also mentioned about you were still moving towards the end continually, and that's something that I know that I made as a mistake when I sort of did my last ultra. Even you know, if you're standing still, you're not. You could be making progress, and the time's still ticking, right? The time's still going. The timer's on. The chips going. All of that. So, yeah, and it obviously made you feel really emotional as well. So at times, you know, those highs and those lows.
Definitely. I think the last 5K was maybe the best bit, because it was fairly continuous running, because you're constantly hitting the hills. So you get in a stride, and then it's a hill, so you walk up the hill. But the last sort of 5K was fairly continuous running. It felt like we were in a stride. Don't get me wrong, it was a fairly painful stride at this point, but it was fairly quick progress. We were sort of tumbling through the Ks, and as they're counting down those last 5Ks, it feels like you're nearly there. You're on the home straight.
Yeah, no, that's good to know, because I've obviously I should have been on the start line with you, but I didn't make it. So I like that, because now I know that, and you've told me that, so I can now remember that, and I'll have that in my head. Sarah said, right, that's how it is. So on that particular race, so hopefully I'll get to that point to start with, and then can finish strong. So that's cool.